Hey everybody, it's Gilbert Malott with the Next Voice 24/7, and as I do every day, I get to give you a little bit of a few additional points about today's blog. It's Follow Friday on Twitter, and as I do on Twitter, I often think about, who do I follow and why do I follow them? And most of the reasons I follow people is because they inspire me. They inspire me for one reason or another. It's either the words they say, the information they share, or something they do on an ongoing basis, whether they do something without an intent for a return, they do something that is pure, or they do something that is going to help someone elevate their career personally, or they're going to help their business. And I think that those are the reasons that help me decide whether I'm going to follow someone on Twitter. And as I wrote this blog today, I was thinking about what is leadership, and we've talked about it a lot on these teleconferences that Next Voice 24/7 has been having. Just this week we've had Stephen Covey and Kevin Hall talk about leadership, and it was absolutely an amazing experience for me to be able to talk to Dr. Covey and Kevin Hall and have those two gentlemen talk about not only their life experiences, but how their influence over many, many years have influenced a lot of leaders throughout multiple industries and multiple generations, quite frankly. And I thought about leadership today and why we follow leaders. And as I thought about that is really what are the four things that leaders have to do in order for us to be engaged with them. And I found a quote from Thomas Jefferson, and Thomas Jefferson says, it's really not what we do that we're held responsible for, it's what we do not do. And I think that's a perfect quote for what a leader is, and what leadership is all about. It's not only what we do, it's what we do not do. And I found a survey that CNN had recently done, and I'm going to make sure that I get these numbers correctly, but 82% of the American workforce said that they found that their leaders oftentimes didn't really make decisions in a timely fashion. That's kind of a scary number, considering the time of the economy, the time that people are seeking out guidance, the fact that we're all looking for some sort of leadership from the top of our political system to our departments, in our businesses that we work in, to our own decision-making power, our capabilities as we run our own businesses as entrepreneurs. That 82% of us, or 82% of most leaders, hesitate in making decisions. Now, the scarier number to me was that 77% of the leaders, or the respondents, said that their leaders failed to make decisions at all. They failed to make decisions at all. And I found that number just frightening. So here are the four things that I think that are really important for us as we look at leaders and what defines leaderships. First, you've got to be able to engage your workforce. So you've got to be able to engage the people around you, to want to do what you ask them to do, to want to be involved in the projects or the greater cause of your business. But you've got to be able to engage those folks by inspiration, by motivation, and by making sure that they are part of something greater than themselves. The second thing is you've got to be able to make decisions. Leaders make decisions. They don't just not make decisions, and they don't hesitate about making decisions. They make decisions. That's the second characteristic of a good leader. The third characteristic of a good leader is once they make a decision, they act on it. You can't just make a decision and say, I'm done. I made the decision, now go do something. It's important and it's incumbent on the leader to act. That is what decision making is all about. It's not just making it, it's acting on it. Because if you make a decision without action, it's nothing. It really means nothing. It takes action to make something happen. It takes action to get you to a result. And the fourth characteristic of a great leader is that they take responsibility. They take responsibility for the results of the action, they take responsibility for the team, and they take responsibility for themselves. So they're able to engage their workforce and themselves. They're able to make decisions both timely and effectively. They're able to act on the decisions they make, and then they take responsibility for them. So as you look at this Friday, as you look at yourself, are you taking those 4 steps to become a great leader? Now, a great leader doesn't mean that you have to write a book. A great leader doesn't mean that you have to have a long laundry list of things that are on your resume. A great leader means that you are capable of engaging people. You're capable of making decisions. You're capable of acting on those decisions, and you take responsibility for what you do. That's what defines a great leader. So we've been very fortunate over the past several weeks having these teleconferences with some great thought leaders. And it's going to get better and better as we move ahead. And I'm very, very fortunate to be a part of that. And I hope that you continue to spread the word, as many of you have, for inviting people to join us. It's been very exciting. Encourage people to get on Next Voice 24/7 and become a registered member. There are some great contests that we're going to have coming up in the weeks ahead. And I really want to thank all of you for your participation. So think about what happens on Friday. It's that time for the weekend when you get to sit back, reflect and relax, and prepare yourself for the week ahead. And prepare yourself to think about those 4 steps that it takes to be a great leader. So have a great one. I work over the weekend, so you might hear from me. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.